All right. Good morning. Good morning. Whew. All right. Let me get this set up over here. All right. Go back and forth. All right, let's play. Here. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, let me get this opened up over here. We'll get this shared out to everybody. Good morning. All right. There we go. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Today is the 3rd day of March, the first Friday in March. Let's get this set up over here. All right. Pool season is coming. Backyard is a mud pit. All right. Let me get the chat going over here so I can see it. Where are you guys tuning in from? Put it in the chat. If there's anything you want to check out, put it in the chat. So let's get started. Let me adjust this. Actually, I think it's going to be a good day today. All right. Ever since March of 2020, I always do the limit down just in case craziness happens. We know what to look for. All right. Habits. A habit of being prepared, right? Not so bad. Let me get that screenshot. Oh, here it is. Oh, cancel. No, I don't want that. Hit the wrong button. All right, there you go. right. Do, 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 do. All right. So I'll take this down. You want NVIDIA? You got it, Terry. Hold on, my nose is running. The trees are blooming. And the pollen is active. All right, so Terry's requesting NVIDIA. No, you don't want any Tesla. You're over Tesla now. SMCI. Oh, let me put this back over here. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Limits 3. Let's look at the fear and greed indicator today. Refresh this, make sure it's present. Sometimes it likes to hold on to old cookies and stuff. So might be a stall at the beginning of the day and then directional from there. Let's look at our announcements. 8:30, we have hourly earnings. They look like they're going to be red. The unemployment rate will probably be the big one. So we will check it out. What am I doing? Scratch that. I want all of the image here. It's nice the weather finally broke up here. Bike the kiddos to school. And then got in a 5-mile bike ride myself, so it was nice. All right, so we got NVIDIA on. Terry's list. Anybody else have a request? All right, let's bring this over. I am just looking to see this. We'll bring this down just a little bit, maybe. Take this off. Save that. Okay, let's clean this up. We've got 6 minutes. In the 6-minute time on Friday mornings, I like to also check out the Economist cover here. So let's increase this just a little bit. The new science of disinformation. Actually, let's bring it back over here. So there's the new science of disinformation. Uncle Sam's fiscal profligacy. I don't know what that word means. The quality of state of being profligate, a profligate or vicious course of life, a state of being abandoned in moral principle, careless, wasteful, shameless, and immoral behavior. Probably shameless and immoral behavior there for Uncle Sam's fiscal policy. Conflicts on campus, kind of wondering how come all of the campuses just sort of went crazy all at once. Feeling horny, dragons meet erotic fiction. Very weird. Europe in mortal danger. An interview with Emmanuel Macron. Looks like he's praying for help, right? Oh no. Oh no. Interesting. Blue tie, blue watch. And he's not looking at the camera. So interesting. All right. Let's bring it on over to what is active this morning. There we go. All right, so we've got 5 minutes. Let's bring it back here. Good morning, bonjour. If you have something you'd like to check out today, you know what? I put up NVIDIA right now. Let's see. Up $2.33. We have bigger points of control up here at 876. Testing the 50 simple. So it tested the 33, the 15, then the 50. It tested big volume level, rejected it, and now we're testing the 50. So in my opinion, unless it can go above 880 with a close, this looks like we've got bigger selling that has happened. So that's my opinion. The red is the momentum indicator of where the money is going out at the moment. So that's what I see for NVIDIA. Let's come on over and see. All right, Apple is on the forefront with earnings today. PDBC, optimum yield, PLTR. Let's look at PLTR over here, up 61 cents. How are the opportunities looking? Looks pretty good, up above 23.20 or below 23. All right, we'll put some PLTR on there. NIO as well went crazy with earnings. It was up 20% and then it dropped. What happened? Okay, that's very weird. Maybe I dreamt that. I swear something went up 20% after earnings. When is their earnings? Okay, very weird. Very strange. I swear I heard that on the news today. Very weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna take it off, but was it grab? I swear something went up 20% after earnings. Let's just go here. Let's go there. I don't really care because I just want to go here. Earnings before. Let's go to our list. Fubo. So weird. Okay, maybe I had a very weird dream. I could have sworn. Okay. Never mind about that. All right, Mara's up 7 cents. TLT, SPY's up. Amgen, let's check out Amgen. Amgen had earnings. Okay. Don't usually trade pharmaceuticals, but this one is earnings. Might have a nice little run with it. Off of earnings, let's check their short volume, sorry. See how much it was short. It was 69% short. 567,000, and so far today it has traded 183,000. So it's got 300,000 more potential short squeeze right there. All right, AMD is up. TMF. All right, we're almost there. Pending for that. DraftKings is up. Betting is up. All right, with earnings. All right, let's go there. Google. Goodness, I swear there was one that went crazy. Qualcomm. Qualcomm is looking nice. Potential to pull back or move forward. Had earnings 2 days ago. Thank you for the like, whoever just hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe and like. All right. TSM is up. Longer term holding for me on that one, so just checking that out to see how we're doing. Still, it needs to break up above 140.44. All right, let's see, 831. Let's see what our unemployment numbers are. 3.9, higher than expected. So potential retracement on that gap to the upside. So NIO moved down. Okay, we'll put it on. We also have Coinbase. We also have Expedia, SPT Net, Cloudflare. Cloudflare is down 11%. What else over here? SPT, Sprout Social. All right, SPT on earnings as well. All right, there we go. SPT is going to be a lower float. So that is a caution, and it is an earnings. All right, let's bring it back over. All right. This one just looks like we are hitting new lows. Had a major gap down. Let's add a point of control from today or last night. Making this one pink. All right. So for our point of control for today, it is hanging out at $33.99. So it would need to go above $34.50. And I would watch the 36 level. After 36 could go 37, 38, 39, and then resistance at 39.50. If it breaks down further, bonjour Brenda, hello, good morning. We're hanging out at 32.75 right now. 32.50, if 32.50 breaks to the downside, I would go to, I would go to 32. Ooh la la. It is lower float, so remember on the short side, should have earnings. Cautious on low floats, shorting low floats, they can squeeze against you pretty quickly. So in my opinion, oops, wrong one. In my opinion, options tend to be a bit better for shorting a low float. All right. Oh la la. Go to net, Cloudflare, earnings as well. Came down to the 200 simple moving average, testing that. Let's see if we put on our earnings, they sold up there. For pre-market today, point of control is hanging out at 77. So I would say, and bulk of the volume is between 76.39 and 77.85, so it's outside for the moment. I would look for it to go below 76.20, 76, let's put it, 76 or 78.50 here. Then we got a nice dollar move up there, potential to come down to 75.40. Below that, nothing stopping it from going down. Above 79.50, we've got 80, 80.44, 81.38 there. If you guys have questions, morning Troy. If you all have questions, put it in the chat. If you have a stock that you would like to see, put that in the chat. If you are new to my channel, hit the like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for when I go live. All right, are you driving, Troy? EXPE, Expedia. I feel like more people are traveling. So why is Lulu? Okay, I'll put that on. Day trade or swing trade on that, Troy. All right, Expedia point of control down here at 120.48. The volume is above 119.76. So let's put it down here, 119.50. All right, so drive safely. No typing and texting. Let's put it up above 122.50. We do have this point of control. No, I like 122 better. If we break 122, 122.50, we've got that nice dollar up to 123.50. Earnings right now, the last earnings, they sold up here. Sold? Why? Well, because we're below. If we put this on yesterday's candle, looks like they sold more up there. So they sold here before and now here today. So it looks like until it can reclaim that 135, yeah, we're going to see potentially Expedia take a little bit of a retracement, maybe down here to 114. Testing, you can see a former resistance level. Maybe it'll come down to 117, 116.50, 114 area, and then that 113. All right. Oh, I didn't put the net stuff on. Hold on. Let's do this. 119.50. 122, only 126 million in Expedia. That seems low to me. 76, 78.50. All right. This is supposed to be coin, not C. Palm. All right. So Coinbase, we came down, we hit the 90, we bounced, we're hitting the 33 and the 50, and it's stuck between pivot squish. So which will prevail, right? Are we going to take this higher? We will look at Bitcoin as well. I know there's some Bitcoin traders out there. We'll check out the points of control on Bitcoin, 225, or point of control is right here at 218.84. 82 actually, correction on that. 216, what does that say? 76. It's getting so close to that 225. Will it break it? Or not? Imagine there's a lot of people set to sell there. That's a nice number. Yeah, let's sell at 225. Welcome, welcome. If there's anyone new, hit the like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. All right, let's check out NIO. Don't worry, NIO is not $32. I had typed in something else. I swear that NIO had earnings and went up 20%. I don't know. When is NIO's earnings? Does it say here? Hold on. I feel like it says on here, earnings. Employees. I'm looking for E's. Do you guys see it? Earnings, March 5th. So I already had it. Had it right here, and then it popped. Yeah, I guess that did pop 20%. Okay. So it looks below 540. We put up here 578 pivot. Then we got small little pops. It is a lower priced, so it would need to break out, and we'd have to test here, and then it would probably hit 6. Up above that, up to 659. So longer term, would look for that. If we look at the point of control from last earnings, right here, we are still below it. And let's take this one and put it back to earnings before. Oh. Undo that. I want the earnings. If you don't know what this is the highest traded point or price where the most volume has been traded. So since last earnings and the earnings before, really need to watch 583. So if we're able to close above 583 today, good chance that we are going to see this really skyrocket up. We did have a big volume day 145 million out of 1.19 billion. So watch for close above 580 for swing trade potentially. That level seems very powerful. All right, 573 here. There we go. Actually, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to put 587. Let's bring it up above there because of all that big volume. So 540 and 587. And then a big potential after that, should it close up above there. Maybe it'll go all the way up to 896 again. Again, no guarantees in trading, except for the market is always right. So plan out your trades both directions. Take what the market gives you. All right, here we go. Qualcomm. All right, point of control 181.55. Earnings was 2 days ago. So let's go 180.50. Correction, 181 up here. Point of control is 181.55 or above 183.62. Nice big move up to 185.44 potentially from there. All right, 181 and 183.62. 111 billion. All right, there we go. Basically, everything is below us. So this looks like it's ready to move to the upside. Unless they sell bigly up here. All right, let's go to DraftKings, online betting, points of control. So we are above the past two earnings points of control. Looks like longer term consolidation. If we were to put it on a 33-day chart, oh look, we're bouncing off of that 4 exponential. If you set an alert for above 47.16, likely it will take off above 47.20 in my opinion. Let's bring it back to a 3-day. Let's see what a 3-day chart shows. Yeah, a bit of a head and shoulders here from last earnings, but we're above that volume. So I would really watch on this one, if it cannot break above 44.56, 44.50 area, potential for that to come back down. Could be setting up a head and shoulders there. All right, so shorter day trade perspective. Did just have earnings last night. Point of control for today hanging out at 44 even. Let's bring it up here, 45.12. Sure, we'll do 45.12. And below, we've got 44, 43.95. Bulk of the volume right here. The short trade is not so good. 43.92. Then we have a trade potentially down to 43.60. Go. All right, Amgen, another earnings. Pharmaceutical, do not usually trade pharmaceuticals. This does have 534 million in it. Would only look at it as an earnings trade, not, in my opinion, a long-term holding, more for a day trade type scenario. Right now, point of control is hanging out at 316.02. I would utilize 317 right here. Bulk of the volumes between 316.50. We can bring it actually down to 316.50. We can have short squeeze pops above that or below 312.50 here. 312.50 and a chance that we could see this go into a downward move down to roughly the 300 area. above 316.50, I'd watch for the 320 test, and then up to 320.20. Above that, could squeeze. Next potential resistance might be up here at 323.18. And the short float for Amgen is 567, and so far it has traded 214. So still 340 shares to be covered in from this pop. So there's a potential for it to move up higher. Not that much compared to Carvana yesterday that had 2.6 million short and only 500 had been traded pre-market. All right, PLTR testing the 50 simple today. Does look like a nice little reversal, breaking out a bit. We do have earnings coming up Monday after. So Monday morning will be pre-earnings trade. But right now, watch that IV on options as they are potentially moving to the upside for the IV. Okay, 23, right here, 23 or above 23.50. Clear that 50 simple. All right, there we go. Alrighty, Apple earnings. Testing this trend line. Are we going to see that it will break out from this downward trend? For fun, let's check the short volume. Especially with earnings, 29% short, or sorry, that was Google. I don't know how I read that one. 47% short. So 11 million that were short, 3.7 million have been traded, 8 more million shares to be traded. So this could have a pop, likely test area of 188. After that, 188.80. 189.40 and 189 up here. All right, let's look at the intraday. All right, point of control is hanging out at 185.50. Most volume for today has been traded there, probably because brokers opened up and people were able to actually place a trade, get out of those shorts. All right, 186.50, clear the high of yesterday almost. That was 65. So, or 185, below 185, 84.50, 84.13, 83.80, 83.50, 83, 82.20, all that good stuff. Right. 185, 186.50, 15.4 billion. All right. So from earnings here and earnings here, we are above the points of control there where the volume has been traded. For today, that point of control was all the way down at 173. So it does look like they being the really big guys that have the biggest money, were buying Apple. As a result, of course, the Qs are up on that, and so is the SPY. Doesn't really affect the Dow Jones or the Russell. Dow Jones only 30 stocks, testing that 50 simple. So let's bring it on over here. All right. So 387.50 here. Our point of control is actually all the way, oh no, popped. Okay. 385, 384.40. Go 384.40 and 387.50. All right, let's do the Russell. Russell's pop in. Let's bring this up. broke out of that 33 test, boom, all the way up to the resistance area over here. Might retrace back down to 201, 202 area. Keep it on watch. For now, the point of control is all the way up here at 203.86. So 204.20, 204.19 is where the big volume was so far. And if we go below 203.96, if we go 203.50, that's pretty tight. 203, I like 203 better. Give it the ability to really come down, right? It might come down, like I said, to the 50 simple over here. Okay, so 203 and 204.20. All right, listen to cues. Thank you, Apple, for lifting this up. Expedia didn't do its job today. Taking it down. All right, cues. Point of control down here at 429.98, so we have to go below that. 429.50 for potential short trade. You could do a retracement, except for you're fighting the big volume, right? So 434.20. Do you want to fight a whale? What was it, Geppetto? No. Who was it? Who was it that went into the mouth of the whale? What's that story? Who was it that got eaten by the whale? I forget. You guys remember that story? Okay, point of control for the SPY popped up to 510.76. So we can go, oopsies, we can go higher. We have 510, but then it's a little bit down here to 509.83. Let's go to 509.80 for potential short trade below, and 511.56. I'm sorry, 511.50. All right. Oop. 511.50. 509.80. Go. All right, let's look at NVIDIA. Longer term, a bit of a cup and handle. So longer term looks like it would need to break up above that 885 area. Shorter term for day trade, need to break where, I know we mentioned this earlier, but still 880, Jonah. Okay, thank you. For what? You need a pullback to get in for what? So for NVIDIA, 872 or 878. So 872, potential for it to come back down to 865 with some stops along the way, like 869.65, 868, 866.52, 865, right? So nice potential either way here for nice trade on NVIDIA. Let's check out Lulu. All right, so Lulu, let's put on some points of control for you here. Most recent earnings, boom. They bought, look at that, 350, hold on. Let me stretch it out a bit. So they bought at 350.47. So we're hanging out up above that. Since the last earnings, that is the biggest point of control. So here, here, and potentially yesterday is the biggest volume from earnings, right? So let's go back one more. Right here, they sold. So the biggest area that they sold was here. It's still more powerful than since last earnings. And one before that, right in the middle at 414, where the most volume had traded. So if it continues to the upside, I would watch 413 and I would watch for this to flip back down, because then likely more volume would pile in. For now, this one is more dominant than the current one because it has longer time. More volume was traded up there. That's why it's still up there. Once the volume shifts and you see this move down here, then it's, hey, the past two earnings seasons, there's actually been a lot of buying. Does that make sense, Troy? And how I read that? Oh, let's look at day trade for you. Sorry, I didn't do day trade. Let me move this down. So for day trade, if you wanted to do day trade, I would look, point of control, 355.01. I'd look at up above 356 or below 354. All right. And for everybody watching, here you go. This is, let me just save it down here. And I'm going to upload it to the website. That is the list for today. If you guys like to join me every morning, I do this live at 8:15 every morning. You guys are welcome to ask questions in the chat. I have done the CMT training through to level 2. So I do have pretty good perspective as to what's going on. Also watching that volume. The big volume is really what controls the market. Forget what the earnings say. Forget what the news channels say. Those are all subliminal messages to plant a seed for the retail traders to do exactly what the big guys want them to. So yeah, keep that in mind, right? They always need to create a buyer because there's always two parties in a trade. So where is that big money? Where is all of that? Also, my good buddy Dave has a new trading software coming out there to see and follow those big monies on a chart. So actually, let's pull that up for you as well, Troy. Let's see if I can see if we have any for Lulu. Let me get logged in down here. And let me see if I have any for Lulu. If I do, I will share it for you. It's in development phase, so it's not working right at the moment. Sorry about that. So I won't give that to you today. That's why it's not out and I'm not showing you everything because it's not ready just yet. All right, have an amazing trading day. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. And remember, the market's always right, so don't really fight the market. Don't fight the billionaires of the market that have tons and tons of money.